Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining me. This is Ciara from Ciara T Designs, and today I have April's bullet journal spreads to share with you, so let's jump right in. First off, thank you so much for watching this video. They are not the most popular content on my channel, of course, because I am generally a paper crafter, but I really love making these, so it's always great to have you guys stop in and check them out, even if this isn't necessarily something you would create yourself. So I just want to say that I really appreciate you. So first off, I am working in my Archer and Olive storybook journal. I believe that's what it was called. I bought this at the beginning of 2025. So they do come back in stock if you really want this one specifically, but you'd have to, I believe they have like notifications you can turn on. Otherwise, any of their A5 journals would work similarly to what I'm doing here. Now for my calendar spread, it's kind of the starter page of every month for me, just because I like to see it all laid out together here. And so I do my journal calendar as 6x6 blocks, and I usually have them predominantly on one side or the other of the page, and I alternate every month just to kind of add a little bit of something extra. And then I decorate this page quite a bit. This is my most decorated page out of the whole setup, just because I do need a lot of space to write. Whereas on my calendar, the only thing I'm writing on here is I will fill things inside of the calendar. So say appointments, or, I go and have dinner with my parents generally every month. So whatever day we're doing that, that kind of stuff, not so much like I don't really write notes here. So that's why I end up decorating it so much more than any other spread. I kind of leave this as my most aesthetic spread. And then I kind of jump in with a lot of writing on every other spread. So now you guys have seen me do this before. This is the easiest way I have found to decorate the front. I mean, obviously there are so many ways you could do this. There's so many collages you could do, or, you could rip pieces of paper and create something fun that way. I generally just like to cover the whole background of my calendar spread, just because I think that looks really pretty, and it kind of gives me a big pop, and it also separates my months really well, because every monthly setup has pattern paper set as the focal of the first page, and so that makes them a little bit thicker, so it's really easy to open my journal to a month, which is kind of funny, but that does work out that way. I have been thinking about getting tabs and tabbing every month, so like January, February, March, April, May, so on and so forth, so that you could easily see them from the side, but I'm worried that it would get in the way of my pen slot. Like you see on the journal, it has a little elastic band for your pen, and I do actually keep my favorite pen for writing there, so I don't know that it wouldn't get in the way. That's something I'm going to look into, so bear with me. Don't be surprised if 1 month tabs show up. So far I'm kind of just pondering it. And now generally, every time I do this, I generally cut this down wrong. Don't ask me why, it happens every time. I usually have like a small sliver where I just cut off where I needed to cut. And I don't think it's super noticeable, so I just cut that little sliver and then just adhere it where it needs to be. I've never found that to, be difficult or irritating for me personally. You could, I don't even know how you would do a better job of, I guess, measure everything. I do have a tendency to eyeball things. That's generally how I roll. So maybe if you measured things a little more accurately than I do, you would probably have a better time of not having this little sliver of paper you have to add. But I don't even think you can really see it. Once we, add the decorations and add the stickers, I don't even think you can see it. So I don't really think this detracts from my cover page, but I pretty much do it every time, because you're going to see me here do it again. I misjudged the cut on the top there, and you can see where it's just not lining up with my calendar. And you don't have to add paper all the way to the edge of the calendar either. I just do that because I think it's neat, and it's kind of a fun way to decorate the whole of the front page and just have it be completely different than every other page in the spread. But you don't need to do that. That's just what I like to do because I think it's kind of fun. And then for the decorations, this pattern paper and these cut aparts, yes, everything you see in the cut aparts was fussy cut by me. I know a lot of people don't really enjoy that. I find it kind of meditative. I like to do it like I'll sit on the couch at night and my husband will be playing video games, or we'll watch something or whatever, and I will just fussy cut things. I find it kind of calming. So I quite enjoy doing it. But this pattern paper and these cut aparts are actually from a collection I used in my January setup, and I didn't even realize it until I was looking at this, and I'm like, this looks kind of similar to a different setup I've already done. But yeah, I used the same pattern papers and cut aparts as I did from my January setup. So it is the Craft O'Clock Spirits of Harmony collection. I have the 8x8 cardstock and the cut aparts, which I also used, like I said, in my January. But in January, I focused more on the blue within this collection. In April, I focused more on the pink tones. So it still looks great and they're very cohesive. I didn't realize, or I probably would have grabbed a different pattern paper, but it's perfectly fine. And then you guys are going to see me bring in my stickers. You know that that's one of my favorite things ever. I love creating stickers. If you guys don't know, I have a little sticker shop. It is on Etsy, though I haven't updated my Etsy for a little while because my Shopify store has been my kind of main focus. So it is both, and my Shopify store is just ciaratdesigns.com, and you can go and check it out. I have some digital downloads, I have sticker sheets, I have die cut stickers, and I am still working on that tulip collection. I am hoping to have more information for you guys about that if you're interested at all. I've just been drawing things and working on things and just trying to figure it out. I have not gotten my washi tape in as of recording this, because you guys know I edit and record earlier than the video goes up. This is actually being edited about a week, just over a week earlier than the video needs to go live. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I have my washi tape in by the time you're actually seeing this video. However, by the time I'm actually editing this video, I have not gotten my washi tape in. If you guys don't know, I struggle a bit with seasonal depression, and February is probably my worst month. And then March, it kind of trails off by mid-March. So I'm feeling a lot better now, and I'm, getting my energy back, and I'm getting into creating, and I'm doing a lot better. But it was kind of silly of me to think that I was going to get all that done and throughout February, just because I should have known better. Like we know our bodies, we know, whatever, but yeah, so the washi tape is coming. It is in the works. I am working on it. It just has not been submitted yet. And washi tapes take about a month to make. So that means that my tulip collection likely is not going to come out until mid to end of April. I was hoping beginning of April, but that's probably not going to pan. But that's the hope. So if you were at all interested in that, keep an eye out. If you want to keep up to date on that information too, like you can join my email list. That's probably the best way to stay up on what I'm up to behind the scenes. Just because I kind of update that. I only send out like one-ish email a month. Once in a while I might do two, but it's pretty much one. So I won't bombard you. It'll just be, information. So if you're at all interested, there is a link that takes you to a launch page to just sign up, because you have to give me permission. It is illegal in Canada to send spam emails. So you have to give me permission for me to take your email list or add you to my email list. So just keep that in mind. So you saw me bring out my Wildflower numbers there. That Wildflower happens to be one of my favorite color palettes that I have done in my sticker sheets. So I used a couple of different sticker sheets. I used my large black months for the April title. And then I used I believe it was my mini months for the actual days of the week, or mini weeks. I guess it would be mini weeks. Mini weekdays wildflowers is what I used with the colored background, because you guys have seen that I offer my sticker sheets in a colored background or a white background and a colored letter. Just depends on what your preference is. I like both. I use both consistently. So really, it's just whatever your personal preference is. Like here, you can see these are the colored letters. And then you'll see me bring in the small sheet in the colored background, but I had to trade it out. So you'll see it here in a minute. But yeah, and then of course, Aqua is trying to put her tail in my stickers. She pretty much always sits above my glass mat when I'm creating, which is phenomenal. I love hanging out with her, but her tail does try to get in my glue and stuff sometimes. So I have to chase her tail out of the screen. But here you can see I was going to use this as the wildflowers with the colored background. And there's no S's left, like not a single S, because of tasks. That's what I use a lot of my small alphabet sticker sheets for, is like the word tasks and the word content on this spread. and I just happened to use them all up. So I decided I would bust out the colored letter version instead. I hadn't actually used this yet because I'd been using the colored background version. So as I said, all of these stickers are available in my shop. If you're at all interested, you can go and check them out. I will have a link down in the description as well for everything that I use all the time, every video. Everything is always linked in the description. So you can always go and check it out if you're at all interested. So yeah, and thankfully the tariffs have actually gone down. So that is a blessing in disguise, I think, if you're like an American and you were kind of interested. Tariffs have gone from, I believe it was 35% to 10%, although there is talk that he's going to raise it back up to 15%. So we shall see. And my tariffs do show up for you so that there are no hidden fees at all ever. You will see a shipping price and you will see the tariff price. Sadly, I have no control over that. I don't, there's nothing I can do about it, but thankfully at least the amount has gone down. So fingers crossed, maybe it'll go away and we can rejoice in not having tariffs. But I guess we'll see how the future unfolds. But yeah, so that is definitely an option for you. So then I brought in my gray Copic Multiliner, it's a dual brush pen. The Copic Multiliners are what I use to do the lines around the boxes. You guys know I love to do geometric shapes for my lists. I just think it's a fun way to enclose the area. I don't know. It's just a fun way to keep them kind of separate. I have a lot of fun with that. So I did bring in a couple of my fussy cuts just because I thought it would be fun to just decorate it a little bit. Again, I write quite heavily in my journal, so I generally try to leave a lot of writing space. This can be decorated as much or as little as you prefer. This is just kind of what I aim for. And I forgot to write out the numbers for the meals because I use my meals planner as like a monthly overhead. So it'd be like the 1st to the 31st or 30th, depending on whatever month it is, or 29th, whatever, 28th. And so I kind of do that throughout that month. And I just forgot to write it here. I will write it before the pictures are taken, but at this point I had just forgotten, so I did not end up writing it while I was showing it to you guys. But I just kind of like to keep an eye on everything that we're having for dinner that week so that I can make sure that we have the appropriate groceries, because I do like one big grocery shop a week. And so it's easier for me to kind of just have like a big list of everything we plan to have for dinner, and then I can be like, oh, we need to eat lettuce, or oh, we need to eat broccoli, or whatever. Like, it's not, my vegetables don't go bad, I make bread, but none of those things go bad because I'm keeping an eye on it, and it just has a lot less waste, which I appreciate. I don't like wasting food. It kind of really bothers me. So it's kind of my way of staying ahead on it. And then of course I have my task and content list on the other side. That's kind of what I use them for. You could, of course, do anything you wanted there, though. There's no right or wrong in this. These are really meant to do whatever you need your lists to do. So, of course, this is what I need from them, but yours could be anything. I'm just kind of sharing ideas that I think you guys would hopefully find fun. And then this is my weekly layouts. I did something a little bit different here. I kind of did these little boxes instead. And then I brought in, this is a pre-cut PET tape from Paper Monogatari, but her shop is currently closed. She's on maternity leave at the moment. I believe she was hoping to have it open again later this year, but for now it is going to be closed for a little while. So you can't get this exact one, but ideally, fingers crossed, if everything goes well, by the end of April or mid-April, I will have, I'm going to do hand-drawn sticker sheets. I'm going to have a couple postcards with hand-drawn images on them, the washi tape, like there's going to be pattern papers that, like, the collection is physical in this instance. So I will ship it to you. So hopefully, that will all come to fruition. That is, having a stationery shop has always been my dream. So we're working towards that, and I'm terrified and excited and all the things. So keep your eye out for that. And like I said, email list is the best way to stay up to date on that. And now this is a brand new sticker sheet that I'm working on. It will hopefully come to my shop probably I think that April is going to be the launch of a couple of things. It'll be my tulip collection, and it'll also be a couple of new sticker sheets that I've been working on, like this one. So this is generally my 5 days a week sticker sheets. Come with, it's on a large sheet, so you can't get it on this kind of smaller medium size. It's like these ones. So I really wanted to create a sticker sheet that was the medium size that had numbers enough for a month and 5 weeks, so you could really kind of build it out and use what you needed from it. So this is what I came up with. It's kind of, the first 3 letters of the date. It won't have, tasks, notes, or weekend on it though. It will be 5 weeks of days and then enough numbers to do a month. So 31 numbers. And then I had a little bit of weird space in the bottom there. So I added just some fun, a butterfly, a moon, a couple of little stars just to fill out the sticker sheet. You guys know that I try really hard to make my sticker sheets as full as possible so that you can get as much bang for your buck as possible, because I know how hard we all work for our money. So if you're interested in buying my stickers, I want them to have, as much as possible to fit in there and have them still be functional and useful. So that is kind of what I did. And this is how I set up my weeklies. So you can see that I started the month off with the last 3 days of March. So I did use just the different sticker sheets for the dates there. And then I'm going to use the 1 to 31. I think there's 30, in April from the new sticker sheet. And it will be available in all the colors as always. Like I said, it takes me a while. So this is my first design of that sticker sheet because I specifically designed it for this layout because I needed smaller days to fit the number and the day in that little area above the top there. So that's kind of what I came up with. So if you guys have any thoughts, if you ever have any ideas for sticker sheets that you think would be functional, let me know, as I'm more than happy to work on creating something that you think would be useful. So keep that in mind. But yeah. And then of course that extra box in the bottom right corner is for your tasks or your notes, or you could doodle in there. Like it's just an extra box because I find that 8 looks better than 7. So I'd kind of keep that extra space for that area. And then here I brought in my sticker sheets. Again, this is the medium size. I have a larger size than this in the alphabets as well. And then of course I have the smaller size. So I have 3 sizes in the alphabet sheets. And yeah, I'm just spelling out brain dump. And for whatever reason, brain always looks wrong to me. It does not matter how many times I write it out or see it, it always looks wrong. So and I know it's just drain with a B, so you think that I wouldn't, but every time I'm like staring at it and I'm like, this looks like it's wrong. It's not. That's how you spell it. I don't know why, but it's just one of the... Do you have a word like that you look at it and for some reason it always looks wrong, no matter how you see it? I don't know why, but brain for me is that word, so it's kind of funny. And then I did bring in just a little bit of decoration. I kind of use this spread just to get random stuff out of my head. It doesn't really have any other purpose. It really is just to, well, I mean, it's called the brain dump. You could name it something else if you don't like that term, but it just I had a consultation with a tattoo artist a couple of days ago. So in my March brain dump, I took notes of stuff that I needed to be aware of and stuff that we discussed. You guys, I am planning to do a cover up of my wrist tattoo that you guys see all the time on my left wrist. I don't like it. And it's the one tattoo on my body I see all the time. So I am looking at getting it covered up. And like I said, I just had a call with her a couple of days ago. And so, that's one thing I would use my brain dump for. So that all that information is in a space in my journal so I can keep an eye on it if I need to revert back to it. Or if she asked me any questions that I need to respond to, that kind of stuff. So I just write all that down, and that's stuff that I keep in my brain dump section. So it's just kind of a super useful area for extra stuff like that. But yeah, so that is the setup I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll leave me a like, leave me a comment, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. I do new videos every Monday and Thursday, and I really appreciate you sticking around. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, leave me a star emoji. That's one I don't think we've done before. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you, and my members, you guys are phenomenal. I cannot express how much I appreciate you. So thank you guys, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye for now.